I just completed the recipe for happiness in 21 days. And I thought I'd make a video about it to report the impact on me personally. So firstly, I really enjoyed it. You know, sitting down every day for 5 minutes and making a note of the things that I'm grateful for, writing about a positive experience that I'd had, noting which meditation I'd done. It was really fun. And also, I mean, it kept me consistent. I knew that I'd have to write about it, so I made sure that I always did it. One thing I definitely noticed is that writing things down not only kept me consistent, it kept me scanning. It made me very much more present focused and aware of what's happening, not only within myself, but in my surroundings. I was looking out for things to note. Oh, that's something new that I can be grateful for. Or this is a positive experience. I'm having it right now and I'm going to write about it later. I really enjoyed that. And I think that it made a big difference to my overall happiness. Another thing that I noticed from doing this exercise is that I felt more resilient. In the last few weeks, there have been a lot of issues in my personal life. I mean, that's life, right? There are always issues, aren't there? But it seemed like there'd been a specifically large number of issues arising, and some of them were really, really challenging. And yet, I feel like I handled it all better than I normally would have. I felt like I was more resilient. I still got upset by things. I still cried. I still felt all the normal feelings that you feel when you're a human being. But what I noticed is that I seemed to recover more quickly. Journaling about a positive experience was super meaningful. It made me really engage with the people around me, but also with people that I bumped into, because I wanted to write about a positive experience. I wanted to journal about it later. So I knew I had to have a positive experience. So I was constantly looking for opportunities to engage in meaningful interactions with others, or to really notice when I was having a positive experience by myself. In terms of exercise, what I noticed in doing this practice was that I did not excuse myself from exercising on the basis that I didn't feel well, for example. Normally, I would not go out if I felt as sick as I have done in this period, but I really, really wanted to complete this recipe for happiness in 21 days. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it properly, and I didn't want to miss a day. So, you know, there were days that I went out for a very short and very slow walk. And every time, I was glad I did. Every time. I have never really enjoyed meditating. I prefer something more active. But what I found while practicing meditation daily was the meditation made a difference. I did not meditate for a long time. Some days I made it to maybe 8 to 10 minutes, but most days I did around a minute. And it was relieving for me to read the literature and find out that that is, in fact, scientifically proven to be helpful. Because if I had to meditate every day for 30 minutes, I don't think that I would have kept it up. Setting myself the tiny goal of 1 minute of meditation daily meant that I didn't ever miss a day. And I really did notice the benefits. I was more detached from my emotions. I was more present. I was able to relax and to be less reactive, but also to recover more quickly when I did get upset or when something bad happened. Practicing one act of kindness every day definitely led to moments of connection. Scanning my environment and looking for opportunities to practice kindness in a random way was also super interesting. I found myself really looking at people, noticing people. If somebody dropped something, I was thrilled. I could rush over and pick it up and be like, tick, okay, at least I did that. In case I don't find another more notable act of kindness to perform today, at least I did this one small act that maybe made a small, tiny difference. And it's something that I can write in my journal when I write up what I did for the day in terms of my recipe for happiness. That was amazing. I noticed that I noticed people. and I looked around me. I looked for opportunities to engage. I smiled at people a lot more. I am a friendly person, but what I saw was that I was friendlier. I was definitely more present in terms of my surroundings, and I was more aware of the people around me. I noticed them and I looked for opportunities to be kind, and that was awesome. So much so that I am continuing this practice. It's really easy and it's really a lot of fun, and it's having a very good effect on me. I'm not surprised, but I'm really pleased, and yeah, I'm going to keep it going. So today is day 23, and I look forward to experimenting with this as an ongoing practice. It's something that I have been trying to practice for many years, this mindfulness, this present focus, this being in the moment, and being less reactive, being able to observe one's emotions instead of being, grabbed by them. And doing this recipe for happiness in 21 days enabled me to do that properly, more so than I've ever done before. All in all, I highly recommend this practice. I'm going to keep it going for myself. I suggest you give it a try, booby. It's so worth it.